Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our new normal. This is Tom Mills, your Vice President for Academic Affairs. I'm happy to let you know that I'm beginning my second year here at Trinity River Campus and very pleased to be with you. Presumably you found your way to us either through an Evite or through our amazing Connections Week website. The website was the creation of Drs. Laredo and Holmes. And if you haven't had a chance to look through that, look through it. It's very well done. I'd also like to thank the rest of the Connections Week Planning Committee, which includes Sharon Maxwell, Carter Bedford, Julie Amon, Tara Fuhrman, and Eddie Brasser. We've got a great week of activities for you this week, and we're going to help everybody engage in the virtual world. So I would like to take some time and thank everyone for the way we leaned into our response to the COVID-19 epidemic. It was really inspiring to work side by side with everyone throughout this, and it was just amazing. But here we are, starting the fall semester. The backdrop for our presentation are these. It's a classroom with an empty classroom, and we're about 95% online this semester. And so this is our new normal, and I think we can probably all accept that change is here to stay, and our success will hinge on our agility, our ability to adjust to the constant change. And my big ask for today, and for this whole semester for that matter, is strive for greatness. We've done a great job surviving and adapting, but now we got to raise our game and get to where we're really looking for greatness in this environment. And so that's what I ask you to look for, us being great. So just to give you a little primer on what we're going to cover today, embracing our new normal. Here's the bullet points. We're going to talk about guided pathways a little bit. We've got an amazing team from American Public University, America's premier online institution, or one of America's premier online institutions, about student learning in the virtual world. Dr. Raymond and her team are going to present. We're going to have division meetings, lunch, department meetings, and prep time. We've tried to, at faculty request, we've tried to incorporate as much prep time in this week as possible. So without further ado, let's talk a little bit about guided pathways. So as you can see on the screen, the overarching theme of guided pathways is creating a culture committed to helping students choose and complete a clearly communicated pathway to completion. Now, first and foremost, you need to know guided pathways works. I have firsthand experience working with an institution who embraced this whole mindset, and we were able to, in a 3-year period, increase our graduation rates from 20% to 37%. Of course, I'm very proud of that. But we nearly doubled our completion rates, and so it really does work. And the reason it works, and really it's what we have to do is work. It has to be a campus and college-wide effort. It takes a village, so to speak. Now, faculty have to be on the front lines of that. Faculty have to be constantly talking to students and engaging students about what their pathway is, and are they on a pathway, and how are they coming, and when are they going to graduate, and so on and so forth. We have to convert from the traditional community college mindset of, yes, we're providing open access to all takers, kind of a get your basics mentality. The biggest part of it is changing to more of a mentality where we're trying to get people on a path, keep them on a path, and help them get all the way out to either successful transfer or gainful employment. So what's shown on your slide right now is basically that process. We got to create these pathways. A lot of you guys have participated in the program mapping process that is still ongoing. But then helping students choose their pathway, helping them stay on it. Well, faculty will be really big in this, and basically seeing them all the way through. So, the faculty role cannot be underestimated. And the success I mentioned previously at another institution, faculty were right in the middle of that, and so there's a lot riding on this. And just know that as this year progresses, guiding guided pathways are going to become more and more of who we are and what we talk about. And along those lines, one of the biggest things we need to do with guided pathways is essentially just we need to pay attention. And so the college has provided us, the institutional research has provided us dashboards that Tara's going to introduce here in a second. But there's some key benchmarks that we keep track of along this way, such as course completion, fall-to-fall retention, graduation and completion, and then successful transfer or employment. So to help you kind of get used to that and also see there's an abundance of information out there, and Tara could talk for 2 hours about what's out there. She's just going to do a few examples. This is a public-facing dashboard that everybody can see. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Tara Fuhrman, our Director of Academic Affairs, and she's going to spend some time kind of helping you see how you can navigate through these different dashboards and what a wealth of information is out there for us to see how we're helping students. Go ahead, Tara.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for having me this morning. I just want to talk briefly about some dashboards. I'm going to highlight 3 in particular. As Dr. Mills mentioned, these are outside-facing dashboards that everyone can access through the institutional research page. Note that they are all XLSX files, which means that whenever you click on this, it will look like nothing's happening, but you are going to be downloading spreadsheets. And so just know to go look in your downloaded files to find that information. Again, I'm going to highlight 3 specific pages. The first one I'm going to look at is the summary dashboard. So whenever you download that information, you will get a dashboard that has a lot of information. So let me pull that up right quickly. And so what you'll see here is information where you can choose the kinds of populations you want to look at. Each dashboard will populate with district information and then fall term, and then it generally just goes usually to all subjects. What you'll notice is that I've already selected biology. And so this is district information for fall semesters for all biology courses. And so you'll see that this data goes from fall 2014, fall 2015. We're just looking at fall semesters, but you can kind of see the trend of success. So A's, B's, C's, and credits versus withdrawals, and then your N. So the total number of students that were enrolled. And so this is looking at district information. We can also click on TR and show kind of how we compare to the district. This information is really helpful whenever we're kind of benchmarking ourselves to how other campuses are doing. On this particular spreadsheet, you'll also see that there are enrollment summaries, there's key performance indicators, which looks at first time in college information, completions, and demographics. I'll trust that you will look at that information on your own time, so I will go ahead and share the next spreadsheet. Which will be, there is a really interesting one on summary success and withdrawal rates by gender and ethnicity, which I think is also very interesting. Again, you'll have kind of the same setup with, you can choose the campus or the entire district. You can look at all subjects. And then so down here, let me scroll just a little bit so you can see. Your display might be different. It's really hard to kind of unify everyone's display, so please be patient and trust that you'll be able to figure this out on your own as you play with it. Again, you'll see what we have data over time from fall 2015 through fall 2019. And we can look at the different demographics that TCC tracks. So a total, Asian, Black, African American, Latino, other, and white. And again, you can go to the top and look by discipline. One thing that I failed to mention on the last spreadsheet is we can also go by course. So if you want to look at just Biology 2401, you can absolutely scroll down and go to Biology 2401 and see that information as well. The third spreadsheet I'm going to show looks at course enrollments. So this information is helpful when you are perhaps writing grants or doing those kinds of things and you just need some really quick snapshot information. And so again, it defaults to district, and then we have subjects. So this is looking at summers, falls, and springs since 2015 summer. And so you can kind of see the trends. We always expect to see higher enrollments for fall, a little bit of a dip in spring, and then summer is always our lowest enrollment. So again, using biology as an opportunity to just look at one particular course. We can also select Trinity River campus and kind of see how our biology enrollments look. Interestingly, for biology, we have larger spring enrollments than what the normal trend is over the last couple of years. All right, that's my quick demonstration of spreadsheets. Dr. Mills, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Tara. Well done. Just so my ask here, and our ask is everybody take the time to explore these dashboards. And, you know, like I said earlier, this is public facing. There's nowhere for us to hide here. And so we need to be very intentional about, you know, getting into those and really, you know, seeing how we're doing, especially in terms of student success. Take a look at our graduation rates when you get a chance. I think you might be a little disappointed, and I think we can really start focusing on working on those. And by the way, there's a myth out there about, you know, guided pathways and focusing on graduation rates, and the myth usually goes something to the effect of, you know, as soon as we start emphasizing that, then, you know, academic rigor goes out the window. That is absolutely false. We are not talking about lowering our standards in any way, shape, or form, raising them, if anything. Really, this is about being intentional and paying attention to what we're doing. Is it working, and trying to meet students where they are. So please take that to heart. There's a lot of work to do, and I encourage you to engage. Now, I can tell you, in my world, the academic council, the deans, and I are going to be engaging this information with regularity, and they are going to be engaging you. So we're going to be in a data-driven world. So it's time to adjust to that and let's be great at that. So it's about 8:22. At this time, we will be transitioning to a Zoom meeting to hear our partners from American Public University. So take about a 5-minute break and make sure you're back by 8:30. And so you're gonna in the web page, please click on Join Zoom Workshop link in the Connections Week web page. The link is also posted in the chat for this meeting, and we'll resume promptly at 8:30. Thank you.